So the Acolyte trailer finally dropped last week, and surprise, surprise, it got ratioed. Big time. Closing in on 500,000 dislikes. Therefore, it's pretty safe to say that the Shills have got a lot of work to do.
I was sold before I saw the trailer, and now I'm super duper sold. This looks fantastic.
This is mostly going to be quick shots of Jedi and maybe a Sith. And that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
And like, that's enough. I think that's enough to get people excited.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island? I'm really, really stoked with this. I love how many lightsabers we're seeing. I'm just happy.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That looks...
You crushed it.
It also looks high energy, which I want from Star Wars.
You know, I think your viewers would like a little more high energy from you if you truly liked the trailer this much.
I think something we've learned from Star Wars is that even the stuff we don't like, give it enough time, we'll accept it into the family.
Oh, what, like how the prequels have slowly become more accepted by the fans as time has passed? Yeah, I got news for you, buddy.
It ain't ever happening. It ain't ever fucking happening.
This is almost like a space Game of Thrones, it feels like.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, my ass. We'll see if all the people watching House of the Dragon Season 2 are also watching The Acolyte. Spoiler alert, they will not be.
Because it's all new, and yet it still feels like Star Wars.
And this definitely feels like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And why is that, I wonder?
All those sabers lighting up, the greens, the multiple yellows, the blues.
So just seeing so many yellow lightsabers.
Yes. There was a red lightsaber there, going up against a bunch of multicolored lightsabers. So it'll be, I really would like to watch this show now.
So that's all it takes, huh? That's all it takes to sell you on this show.
Listen, even if you hate all Star Wars, how can you not love that moment of seeing all those sabers light up like in defense against the red saber?
Because this is Disney, and everyone knows that Disney is gonna find a way to fuck this up like they fuck everything up, and that they will most likely find a way to fuck up canon as well. And speaking of canon...
Does this break canon, the Sith, and Ki-Adi-Mundi's line, all that stuff? And
right.
It's just like, who cares, man? Like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I love canon continuity as much as the next person, but sometimes you just got to be like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares about George Lucas' Star Wars? Who cares about continuity and canon and things making sense?
I do not believe the Sith could return without us knowing.
And I would rather they ignored something that Mace Windu said and told us a really good story than adhere to specific lines from a movie that came out 20 years ago.
How's that for an explanation? The prequels were 20 years ago, just ignore them. Because we're getting lightsabers and Jedi versus Sith. Who cares if it breaks canon? I'll tell you who cares. Real Star Wars fans care. But according to John Roca, the only reason people are complaining about canon is because the lead character is a woman of color?
And I get it. Some people certainly want to argue about canon, and I think that's just something some toxic YouTubers and fans want to hold on to because they got to hold on to it because it's another female-led thing, and I got to kill it. Female-led by a woman of color or a black woman.
Wow, now this is priceless. John Roca just misgendered Amandla Stenberg.
Female-led by a woman of color or a black woman.
While bitching and whining about toxic YouTubers. You can't make this shit up. Please smash the like button if you agree that according to John Roca's own insane logic, he needs to be canceled immediately over this.
And having someone like Leslie Headland at the helm is encouraging.
I have faith in Leslie Headland.
I'm not getting my hopes up, but series creator Leslie Headland is a fan of the expanded universe, what we now call Star Wars Legends. She knows about Bane and Revan.
And that should scare the hell out of all of you, more so than this image does.
In interviews, she has already said, there's some EU lore that I decided to put in because I thought it was so cool and no one told me that I couldn't.
Doesn't always mean you should.
One of the things that really makes me excited about this series is how big a fan Leslie Headland is of Star Wars.
Yeah, she's such a huge fan. That's why she's using Star Wars as a means to insert her queer identity into it.
I'm a lesbian. I love women, not men. You have to be careful with scissors.
I don't know who this guy is, but he proceeds to just fanboy over Leslie Headland and how desperate he is to interview her.
I just want to talk to her about Star Wars books. Like, I'm so enthusiastic about this idea that I can just talk to a producer of a Star Wars show and like just nerd out about the Heir to the Empire trilogy or like the Jedi Academy trilogy.
Yeah, after Disney just got done ruining Thrawn, you want to talk to her about the Heir to the Empire trilogy. No wonder your video got completely ratioed.
Give me more of that. More Force Kung Fu or whatever we're going to call it.
Force Kung Fu. It's very Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's very Matrix, especially with Carrie-Anne Moss being there.
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Leslie Headland saw she had Carrie-Anne Moss for this show and then thought to herself, holy shit, I have the actress from The Matrix, so I'm going to have her do The Matrix in this show, but with the Force. And the Shills will love it.
I'm so stoked to watch her like doing the Matrix shit, but it's Star Wars.
I know.
Like,
Carrie-Anne Moss being able to do essentially Neo powers in Star Wars world. Brilliant marketing maneuver.
You're all morons.
All right, everyone. Now, before we get out of here, I just had to announce that as of just prior to me uploading this video, the Acolyte trailer has surpassed 500,000 dislikes. Congratulations, Disney Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Leslie Headland. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out some of the other Acolyte videos already live on the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.